Did you know that MrTop5 got banned from Fortnite? I have a lot of explaining to do. Step aside, Face Jarvis, because there's a new guy that got banned from Fortnite. So I can fully come clean and explain to you guys what happened. We have to go back a year. And also, you're probably wondering, MrTop5, if you're banned from Fortnite, how are you playing right now? Let me explain. It's going to make sense. So for a little bit of background, if you did not know, I have an entire group of friends called Team Forknife. One of my friends decided to get me banned. We did a trip in real life last year. We went to Arizona, and what I didn't know is that this trip would end up getting me banned from the game. Now, the next thing you're thinking is, MrTop5, you've been making Fortnite videos for the last year. You're not banned. Well, I did get banned. I just never told you guys, and thankfully, I am unbanned. But what actually happened will shock you. I am so embarrassed, and I can finally tell the story. This all starts off with Locks. Oh, Locks. Let's just say that this ban is all his fault. We go to the Airbnb in Arizona on our last in real life trip, and we both brought our laptops. He had his. Mine was a little bit cooler. I had mine too. Obviously, we didn't have full computers because we were just at an Airbnb. And you know, guys, even though we prank Locks is my best friend. You're supposed to trust your best friend. And me trusting Locks is what got me banned. So this all starts out, I was on the couch watching Family Guy. We just finished doing a video, and I just see Locks in the other room walking around the house. He keeps looking back at me, and I'm like, Locks, Tyler, what are you doing, dude? Something wasn't adding up. He looked super suspicious. I saw him look at me, then look at my computer, then look back at me. It was so weird, but obviously he's my best friend, so I have to trust him. I just assumed maybe he was cooking up some bagel bites in the kitchen. I love bagel bites. Eventually, the simp decides to walk towards my computer, and I was watching TV, so I couldn't see the computer anymore. It was my computer next to his computer, so I'm like, all right, maybe he's just going to edit a YouTube video or something. And these are the final moments until I ended up getting banned. And you are not going to believe what Locks did. I had no idea that this was happening, but it turns out instead of Locks going to his computer, he decided to go to my computer. I pranked him earlier in the day, and it turns out he wanted sweet revenge. This info is all coming from my friend Zeph, who was in the kitchen watching him. Apparently, he went to my computer. Thankfully, it had a password, and he tried typing in passwords. He tried getting into my computer, which is super weird. And if you did not know, when you have a password on your computer, you can have a password hint. I never know if one day maybe I'll lose my memory or something, so I had a password hint on my computer. This password hint was my first dog's name, which was Nate. Literally, I made the password say, first dog's name as the hint. I shouldn't have done that. Locks is an idiot, so he didn't know my first dog's name, which is great. He couldn't get on my computer until he went over to the TV room. And keep in mind, I had no idea he was trying to get into my laptop. I wasn't putting two and two together. He looks at me and he goes, dude, I just love Labrador retrievers so much. I know you have a dog named Roger, but you don't talk about the other one that much. What is the other one's name? And I love my dog so much, so I told him, I said, oh, Nate and Roger. This man decides to play it off and say, those are super cute names. He leaves the room. I'm like, great, I can continue watching Family Guy. Peter is so funny. But what I didn't realize is those were the final moments until he hacked into my computer. That's right, Zeph is watching all of this, and this is the only reason that I know. Zeph even confronted him and said, yo, Tyler, why are you on Nick's computer? That's his personal computer. How did you know his password? And all Tyler says is, oh, dude, it's for a video. He let me log on, which I guess is kind of true because I gave him my dog's name. So now he has my computer. He could literally go on Fortnite if he wanted to, and this is how he got me banned. You are going to lose all respect for Mr. Locks after you find out what he did. Apparently, the first thing he did, he was assuming that I would go to the computer room. By the way, the worst part is we have the exact same model laptop, and what he apparently decided to do, Zeph told me this, he flipped the laptops. Mine was on the left side, his was on the right side, and he flipped them so it looked like mine was his and his was mine. While I'm fully distracted watching Family Guy, apparently Zeph, he told me that Locks changed Cloaked Shadow, my Fortnite skin, into Jonesy, his Fortnite skin, assuming that I would come into the room, see Jonesy, and think nothing of it. And that's what I decided to do. I went to the room about 15 minutes later because I saw Zeph, I saw Tyler, I saw Charlie too. I was like, oh guys, what are you doing? I was still thinking nothing of it. But what Tyler never realized is that I had something on my computer. It's a little sticker saying MrTop5. It's literally tiny, and he didn't realize that I had it. I knew that he was on my computer. I saw Jonesy, I saw him playing Fortnite, and I said, Tyler, what are you doing on my computer? And this man tries playing it off. He looks at me and he goes, what do you mean, dude? You can remember your computer? It's on the other side. And I can see the MrTop5 logo. I pointed it out to him and he goes, oh, dude. Yeah. I forgot to tell you, my computer broke. So I need to borrow yours to finish my college assignment. That's right, guys. During the time, Lox was still in college doing a few classes. And he told me it was for his school class, even though he was playing Fortnite. So I asked him, dude, why are you playing Fortnite? Why aren't you doing college? Meanwhile, he's on my account and I didn't really realize this because he was using Jonesy. It kind of fooled me. He was acting super suspicious at this point. I still kind of believed him, even though I shouldn't have. And then I looked in the top left corner and I saw MrTop5. He was playing on my account. I call him out and he goes, dude, we're doing a YouTube video. I'm like, what YouTube video are we doing? He goes, today we are breaking every single rule in Fortnite. I'm like, what do you mean? What rules? He looks at me and he says, starting with teaming with enemies. That's right. He was on my computer wearing Jonesy, pretending to be Lox, starting to team with enemies. I couldn't do anything. I walk over, try to get him off the computer. He just punches me in the face, dude. If you guys did not know, that's why I ended up fighting Lox. I literally boxed him after. This is all an unreleased YouTube video where Lox hacked my account and I didn't want to release it because I didn't want to get banned for longer on Fortnite. I watched him drop down, team with an enemy. They're in the final 10 and they are still teamed. And then poof, all of a sudden, the other guy gets hit with the banhammer. I see it in the chat. He was struck by the banhammer. Meanwhile, it's just Lox at this point in the game. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you have got to be kidding me. It took only a matter of 3 more minutes until boom, connection lost. I was signed out of my Epic Games account. Lox looks at me with a nice smile like this. And he goes, dude, have fun filming your videos. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I signed back in and bam, just like that. Lox got me banned from Fortnite. Thankfully, I was able to get the account back, but this man is so evil. I will never forget the fact that he did this. I don't think you guys knew that I got banned from Fortnite. I've never told this story, but I was never happy with Lox ever again. Subscribe for more MrTop5 story times.